pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop.
And welcome back to your Purple Pants Podcast Pit Stop coverage of Amazing Race Season 38, Episode 1. I'm so excited to be here. I know if you are listening or if you are watching, you're like, now, wait a minute. Some look different. I'm excited to have my friend, the podcast extraordinaire, one of my favorite podcasts to listen to, the co-host of Mess Magnets from RHAP, Miss Sasha Joseph. Welcome back to the podcast. How are you?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Amazing Race is back. I don't care about anything else. We made it, Brice. We made it. And thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
Absolutely. Brooke said the Amazing Race is going to Europe. Brooke said, I'm going to plan a trip to Europe. And if you, the listeners know, y'all know Brooke is dying. The fact that I'm unable to record with her this week. So we are sending Brooke some love. She's supposed to be sending us some photos of where she's at. So I'll be sure to share. But Brooke is not going nowhere. We just have the amazing Sasha stepping in for Brooke in this premiere episode, which, I mean, overall, a fun episode, but was it me or was it you? The episode started. I had to rewind. I'm like, did my DVR miss something? Where are they running to? Where are they going? How do they know where they are going? Like, I'm like, this ain't Amazing Race. What's happening?
This was wild. It's so ridiculous. Listen, I don't have Brooke's notes printed out, but I will try to explain what happened here, okay? But I will say we have seen a version of this in Amazing Race 21, which I don't think you've got to yet, obviously, in your rewatch. But that's the other CBS reality show one. So I think that they're trying to follow the same vibe, and it felt a little bit more pointless, that one, because I think they were just in Tokyo digging in the sand, and I don't remember them winning anything. And I tried to Google it, and I'm pretty sure they didn't win anything. And then they all got on a plane, and then it was the Great Equalizer. So this felt similar to that, but they said, oh, let's go and make it super crazy, just like Big Brother does, and we give comp winners even more wins.
Okay, because I was like, no, y'all run into the car. We don't know. Phil does this monologue and basically lets us know the budget ain't really budgeting for this season. Okay.
Correct. And this is the second show, Brice, I've covered that's Europe only, because I covered Destination X. Same thing. Europe only. And I was like, well, what's the point? Okay, I guess that's nice. But I will say, they try to do a little lip service. I don't know if you caught that, because they said this season with more trains, driving, and walking. Just say you don't have the money.
Okay, well, mind you, I said, well, tell us we ain't getting no airport drama without telling us we ain't. I don't care about the choo-choo, the history of the longest running. Okay, but mind you, did you clock it when Phil said the birthplace of democracy? I said,
oh. Raise that one eyebrow, Phil.
Okay.
Phil said, I'm tired. I don't want to go back to that damn country.
Okay.
Because they didn't even start in America.
Right. Phil said, listen, we're going to start here because maybe when y'all watching, we can get back to some type of order. But
no,
I was like, okay, so it ain't no, it's just trains. It ain't no planes. And I live for the airport drama now that COVID is over. We're booking our flights again. I live for all of that. But I think in the previews, we see a lot of train cancellations and whatnot. So it should be exciting.
Yes. And listen, if you're a jet lag fan, this is what you've been watching. It's a show on YouTube where it's a little bit of Amazing Race with Game Master a little bit. And yeah, their bread and butter is the railway system, especially the European railway system.
For my birthday, I really want to take a car ride, not an overnight train ride, with the sleeper. We gotta pull out and go to the dining car. I am dying to
Alaska
see
has
that.
beautiful ones. I
Ooh.
don't know if you've seen, but I've done research because my family almost went to Alaska. But oh my God, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I just want to be walking up and down the car,
Yep.
seeing the people being like,
Oh my
what y'all
gosh.
doing in here?
Yes. Oh, that's such a good birthday. And I think Europe, like, probably obviously has like the best ones for that. But I think that when they go to Germany, they're gonna get Dauschbahn, which
Oh,
again is like the German trains. Be late and disappear.
uh,
So I'm excited.
not disappear. Like, with the
Just like
people
off
on it,
the
or they just like, or they
no,
just go
no,
off.
no.
Oh,
It's no, what's that Philippines flight? Whatever it
yeah,
was
yeah,
that disappeared.
girl, yeah. No, was it to Malaysia or
Yes,
no?
yes, Malaysian Airlines. Sorry, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's
Yeah,
rude. I'm
Malaysia Airlines
Asian.
got a lot of stuff with them.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, so it's just again, I think it'll be a good amazing race season because I think their personalities are gonna carry a little bit here. But you like I said, you've been watching the old season, so you know airport drama
Is
makes the amazing race, but we know that they just don't. I think it's also like security. Like, I just don't think you can book last minute tickets like that anymore.
and with the way the gas prices is up, I'm sure
That's
like
what I'm saying.
yeah,
They'll be like, you
it
can be
is
one of them standing room only seats on Ryanair or something.
like the sound guy just standing there with the
Yeah.
mic like. But what I did find interesting, like after,
Mhm.
well, I mean, I guess we gotta kind of jump in because we
Yes.
see them taking off and
Yeah.
they are
We're in
automatically
Netherlands
okay.
already. Yeah, and if it
Love
ain't
it.
Dutch, it ain't much. Phil said it, and I said, "What?" Okay, Phil. Uh, so yes, we start in Netherlands. We're arriving immediately, like you said, at the Horn railway station. And teams are instructed to travel by taxi to I have it written down, but West Fries, something West Fries, and they compete in a game of ice bowling because they're going ice skating. So
Which I
wild.
thought was interesting, but
Yeah.
and I'm sure there are rules, but if I'm pushing, first of all, my hands gonna be like this, okay? I'm turning my body to make my thing spin so that I was a little confused as to why it seemed so difficult.
I think it's hard to push. I'll say that, right? Because I even like I wrote a little bit down and then I just started enjoying it because it was so funny to watch. But yeah, it took a few people like Kylan and Taylor, spoiler alert, like get it first, but it was on their fourth attempt. And then and you would think Kylan, right, is like
Right.
stronger than Taylor's, and we've seen him on the challenge. He can push her versus like a Rubina and her sister, like Christine. That's hard, but Rubina
That
and Christine almost got it on the second try, and I agree with you, Brice. I think if Rubina would have just hit her head a little bit.
right. Like I mean, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. But
Correct.
one of my favorite teams already, Joseph and Adam, they had, okay, I'm from Philadelphia with the Eagles. We do the tush push over here. And
Okay,
Adam,
yes, come through, false start.
okay, they had his hands planted. I said, no, this is some amazing race. I'm here for it, okay?
Did you hear him? Because he goes, "Why are you spreading my
Yeah.
feet, right? Or spreading my ass cheek?" And I said, "That's brother."
Okay, listen, anything for the amazing race, okay?
But listen, I don't care if I knock those pins out. Do whatever you gotta do. It's consensual. I want to make that clear.
Yes. Now,
And it's very funny also, I will say, because we jumped again, but because this is a timed thing on account that whoever gets the pins down first wins an express pass. How did you feel about that?
so I didn't mind the express pass,
Okay.
although in my recent history of watching the Amazing
Yes.
Race, I like because I forget because it's an express pass and it's like a jump the line,
Yeah, skip the but
skip
express
to
pass,
something,
gets you to just skip a whole leg
a whole
basically.
leg.
Yeah.
Now, normally in my watches, it's like you're doing a roadblock and
Mhm.
you can veer off to do it. So I didn't really like the fact that
Exactly.
everyone was here because it kind of, I like some teams that are like, I'm going to skip the express pass and just try to be number one. So
Correct.
I was like, what's happening? But I do like it. Like, let's start off with a bang and a push. What I didn't like was they was giving 2 out. And like that, I was like, now what in the you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. I ain't really like that essence of
Yeah.
it.
Very again, if you're an Amazing Race fan, this is giving Big Brother. Just give the comp piece more.
Right. And that's what I saw a lot of people online were saying. But I did also like the fact that there was a penalty,
I
or
love
what
the
they call it,
hazard.
a hazard.
Yes.
And so that was interesting for the team that finishes last. They have to do a hazard. We don't know much about it, but we know you got to get in this banana boat car or
The
bike that
clog, yes.
and ride around. But
Yeah, they have to
also,
eat a herring also.
I was
Have you ever
thinking that,
had one? I'm
so
not a
I
fish
had,
girly. Okay, so I've
but
never.
I do like sardines. So I feel like
Oh, so you'd be fine.
I would munch it down and kill it. But I also just back to this hazard
Yeah.
because I ain't really trying to pedal. So is it actually a hazard if I could just sit in the front and be pushed? And I feel like watching some of the people on the bikes, you got to get in the rhythm, right? Like it was
Yeah,
like you
tandem
got to,
bike.
all right, we're going to pedal right
Mhm.
now and not go. So that was really interesting. I just also was confused as to like what Enzo and his brother were doing, where I feel like they're pretty tall and thin. Like it's just like, I don't know. And what do they call it? Ice luging? Where
Yeah,
like,
I think it felt more like curling, right? At a certain point where you almost needed like the broom to get them farther
yeah,
in. But they're calling it ice bowling. But sure. But I'm like, no, it's like you're on a sled. At this point, give me the broom so I can make it go farther.
I feel like where people were messing up because from what I remember and can see, I felt like the person that was pushing, they needed to get a little running start and like they needed their energy to then
Yes.
like be on the buns and push forward because it's like you don't really want to go fast. It's really about just getting there and aiming straight. And so I think that that's where a lot of people were messing up, where it's like you push so hard that it just doesn't go straight. So it's like you need that force from how my mind would think that it would go. Um, but it was like interesting just to see all of the teams and like just starting to see the personalities again. Enzo and his brother cracking me up like I gotta learn some of the names
Oh my
of these
god, the
people.
meow meow was killing me, okay? Because him and his brother are so vibes only. I was like, what y'all just like didn't a lot of people I also must say like didn't feel like they prepared to go on
Correct.
the Amazing Race.
Now this Sasha is where I need Brooke at because
Yes.
throughout
Yes.
this whole episode, I'm like, I don't know a lot about the Amazing Race, but I spent almost 3 years with Brooke writing a thesis after a thesis,
Mhm.
giving us tips and traits. And I feel as though I have become accustomed to Amazing Race that if I were to get to somewhere and I'm a little frazzled, I would have to be like, okay, this is the Amazing Race. I got to stop, look around, count, count again. And I think, I don't know, at one point in time, I think Jag and Jazz, when they got somewhere, they was like, let's just get dressed and read the clue after. No.
Like, what are we do? I'm telling you, and I hate that it worked out for them. I like them as a team. I think I'm like one of 5 people online that like likes them. At
I
this point,
love them.
no, I listen, and for the representation, if nothing else, for me, I'll tell you that.
Talk about it.
Don't piss me off, guys. Okay, stop. But but I just want yeah, like Jag and Jazz like started off where I was like, "Oh, you're getting eliminated off of like being dumb, not off of anything else." Because why is Jag and Jazz and Angela and Lexi missing the whole clue box?
That I said, come here, Jag. Cause I know it wasn't Jazz. I know it was Jag. Come here. I want to what? But see, okay, let me calm down. Sasha, you get me too high. I blame it on Amazing Race because when you start, oh no, I'm gonna blame it on film. When you
Yeah,
start
never.
off just running down the steps and being told the clue, I think you, although you're on Amazing Race and you're doing the Amazing Race, I think it kind of like you get race brain. I feel like if they would have started off, ran to a clue box, told them that they were about to do this fast pass, I don't think for a second that Jag and Jazz would have missed it. Now, Angela and Lex, probably so. But
Stop. Oh, bless them. No,
I
I
love
just you're right. And like I think mob mentality is like real in just life. And I mean I've like led trips where grown adult, like granted they're college students, were like, do I need sunscreen? And I say, you're white and it's 100 degrees outside. What do you think? So like I think that when you're in like group settings, like collective IQ does drop in a lot of ways. But but to think like, oh, it has to be inside and not outside, like I understand. But how did so many people make it? Doesn't that mean that they were briefed ahead of time?
I would think so, but I also think like again, race brain. I think like they were trying so hard to because they started off in the back, and I'm like, what, like, what's happening?
Oh my, I literally was like, oh, so like this is where I think people are gonna be like, oh, they're only like they're only good at comps. They like can't run the Amazing Race, blah blah blah. I thought, oh my gosh, this is so bad. This is so bad.
I was worried, but in the end, Kyland and Taylor win,
Yes.
and in a very interesting surprise, Phil says, "Hey, you get to give someone else the express pass," and so they immediately start talking, and I hear Joseph's name, and I hear Hannah's name, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, good. They about to get," because again, I'm rooting for Joseph. I'm rooting for Hannah. I'm
Yes.
rooting for Jag. I'm rooting for Taylor and Kyla. I'm like, yes. And then all of a sudden, they're like, we're going to give it to Jag and Jazz. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Then when they explain it to us,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm not mad at that. That's pretty smart. Like, you already have a connection with Joseph and Hannah. But the back of my mind was thinking, like, if I'm Joseph or Hannah, I'm like, yeah, past tense. You had a connection
Yeah.
because the friendship has now been terminated. You're not going to give me a fast pass. And I think it was like Tucker who was like, Jag was on my season. He won every comp. He's like the most decorated comp champ in Big Brother. So why give him a fast pass? But also, I think let's put it if I'm Kyland and Taylor, sure, it looks friendly and you help me, I help you, but also it puts a target on their back, right? Like, so if there is a U-turn potentially coming up and Jag and Jazz aren't there, I could see some of these other teams being like, yeah, they're too sharp. So all in all, I think it was super, super smart for Kylan and Taylor to do that. Or I like the mentality of,
Yeah.
let me not give it to my friend. Let me give it to somebody else. Let me make more connections.
Yeah, and I think you can go one of two ways. Also, I misspoke, so apologies, guys. I have been in Amazing Race Streets too long. An express pass, sorry, allows you to only skip one task versus fast forward is
Yes.
what I was
Okay,
thinking of.
yes.
And that gets you all the way to the end. So I flipped them. Sorry.
No
Um,
worries.
but anyway, whatever. I also have race brain. Yeah. So I agree. So here's what I think. I think, like I said, you can go one of two ways, right? Where the express pass, you give it to a strong team that likely maybe even doesn't need it. Or it's like it's just gonna do so well that you aren't gonna be on their radar, especially if we get again something you haven't seen. But in these reality show seasons, the U-turn happened, but they all had to vote on who gets the U-turn.
And if we do see that, I hope they do it like how they do they do it in the future in the newer seasons where everyone has to reveal their vote. I need to know.
Yeah. That's what it was like. You have to say it out loud. Like at least at the last season, they voted right in like a confessional area, and then they came back. But in the reality show one, they literally were like, no, this is who we vote for. So I'm just assuming they're hedging their bets for like if something like that happens, we're
A strong
covered.
team.
Yeah, so that's what I think. And then second piece of it, or do you give it to like a team that like quote unquote needs it so that they burn it immediately?
Right. So
And
that's
then
what
you're good.
And after watching this episode, if that's the train of thought, baby, it's a lot of teams they could have gave.
That's exactly, because here's it. Like, no, again, no, like, not jumping ahead, but even Taylor and Kylan weren't like, they didn't finish top 5. So
True.
So all I'm saying is that, like, giving it to Jag and Jazz, I don't know that I fully agree with it, but I don't, like you said, I don't hate on it either, because but then again, would it make sense to give it to Chelsea and her dad? That's another winner
That's
right
very true.
there. But that's, like, quote unquote, right, seen as the weaker team because they're not two boy
Right.
teams, which we know are always gonna do much better on the Amazing Race.
That's what we have seen is true, which is why I want a woman team to win, or at least give me a woman to win.
Please.
Because I need that, even though I love everybody, rooting for everybody. Also, here I feel like Brooke this episode. I have another little gripe.
Yes.
Because again, this is the big brother and their loved ones. I get past relationships, like, right, okay. Izzy said
Izzy is my
I
favorite
ain't never
person in the
forget,
world.
and I ain't never forget. And I said,
That is
oh,
for
okay.
Cherie.
I said, okay, Izzy, okay, I ain't mad. Like, I mad, sis. You know, I love to see it. Although I love Izzy and Paige and I love Jag, but like Izzy said, baby, I ain't forget. And it's so funny, like at times during the episode where Jag and them finish or they get there, and Izzy's like, I'm
Like,
like,
she just wants them to get, she wants a hole to open up and them to go in. And I'm telling you, this is what I miss from reality TV. And this is what, like, Big Brother casuals missed of Izzy on the show, because she's so funny. She's so, like, she's like a certified hater. And I say this as a certified hater. So it's just, she has like a lane and she's like, I just don't like these people that aren't in this lane. And I'm
listen.
obsessed. She said, no. We voted him out. Unanimous. But here's the thing, is Cerie helped save him, so I don't know.
I mean,
But
the call is coming from inside the house.
he never walked out of the house. I'll tell you that. Again, oh my God. Y'all made me into Jack Truther. But it's fine. But it's just, I love Izzy so much that, like, to me, it's just hilarious. Every
No.
time she's mad, she's like, I hate them. I'm gonna
Yes.
chop their head off. I was like, yes, more. And I was like, how do we, like, give Izzy the express pass? Can we audience vote Izzy?
Can we do a vote? Can we do a vote? But also, what is just even more funnier about that is that it's like Izzy, Paige, what I'm trying to say is that this is what I miss about the Amazing Race from the older seasons, right? From the last couple of seasons, it's always let's hold hands, kumbaya, and it's like, baby, I done seen season 5. Okay, I need the nitty gritty. So I'm so happy that Paige is bringing up, not Paige, that Izzy is bringing that
Yeah.
energy because it makes it fun for a viewer. But so we know there are connections. Like we got Angela and Tucker, we've got Joseph and Taylor, we have Kylan and Hannah.
Rubina and Tucker.
Now this is where my problem comes in.
Yes.
I don't
please.
think you should be, if y'all are in a relationship.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people had this issue.
Shouldn't y'all be partners? Like, because I don't like that. No, not that I don't like them. Like, I liked, like, they're interesting, but like, I just feel like, well, baby, you're going to help her. Like, you're not going to be somewhere and she's there struggling and crying. You and your brother aren't just going to leave if y'all are like really together. So I feel like y'all should be on a team. And I feel like that would have opened up a spot for another big brother person.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit confused as to why, like, again, Tucker and Eric, 2 strong boy teams, which is just frustrating a little for me. Again, as an Amazing Race fan, it's frustrating because we know Jag and Jack, Tucker and Eric, Joseph and Edam, right? Like, they're just at such an advantage compared to the other teams, and there could have been a way to mitigate that. Is that they're dating. So let's just put them together.
Put them together.
But especially because you have Kylan and Taylor. So I agree with you. But here's my messy opinion.
Okay.
What if he doesn't help her?
Well,
Because then it's worth it for them not to be on the team.
and I kind of get that energy a little bit from seeing this episode and seeing how competitive he was with Jag and Jazz.
Mhm.
Like I said, we might get that. So I'm with you, right? Like where I don't like it, but I also feel like, what if it is come to a point and he keep on going? How will their relationship survive that? So I love that.
Because did you see Megan Belafonte fall and Turner just like kept going? You wouldn't see me for the rest of the leg. Because what do you mean you left me in front of everyone? In front of Phil?
Not
And
in
I
front of
just
Phil.
tumbled.
Took a whole in the preview. A lot of people fall. First of all, I saw my girl Simone fall. I said, well, oh.
know.
And also, can we protect Hannah and Simone at all
The
costs?
Chudders.
Like,
Yes.
they are just so beautiful. They are so nice. They are so polite. They doing a challenge. And Hannah said, thank you so much.
I know. I
Girl,
said, sisters talk like this.
I said, girl, forget the thank you. Tell her to go get another cheese ball. Like, I just love them so much. But anyway, okay, wait, but back to business.
Yes.
So, because girl, I could just talk to you. So Kylan and Taylor help Jag and Jazz, which means that the last person to come in the luge ice was
No, this is such
Enzo.
a picture. I can't believe it.
Was Enzo and his brother, and sometimes karma comes at you. First.
Oh,
Okay. Desi Williams, just so you know.
I'm done with you.
Okay. Desi said, I can't get you in water, but I could freeze the water and make it ice. And so, you know.
Oh my god, the Palombos. This is the first time Enzo won't be competing in a finale. I'm sorry. The thing is, I am a firm believer, Brice, that you have to have teams that are first out. So that like you have to cast
No, I
teams
agree.
like that,
Now,
so that the good ones don't go.
I have a hot take though, right? Because although
Please.
I'm mad at Enzo,
Yes.
okay, for my girl Desi,
Yeah.
Enzo, chef's kiss or TV personality. Wait, my phone is ringing. Give me a moment. Well, hello.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
God.
How are you?
Welcome to Paris. I'm on the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my God. I told you, Sasha. I said Brooke ain't
We're
gonna
global,
miss.
baby.
Okay.
How's it going?
It is going good. We just had a little justice for Desi. Enzo got
Oh,
the last.
I didn't know because I can't see the episodes here. So now I know. Spoiler alert for Brooke.
Well, we don't know who goes home yet, but they did a fast pass, girl. How you feel about when they get two
Express
fast
pass.
pass-aways? Express pass.
There's two?
Yes.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert. But we want your thoughts, so it's fine.
My thoughts are that's two too many, or at least one too many. But it depends on who got them.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Kylan and Taylor won
That's
the
good,
fast
then.
pass race, and they gave it to Jag and Jazz.
So they won two?
Yeah,
So,
they won too.
Now, if you were on an Amazing Race All-Star season and you won a fast pass and you are there with some players that, well, clearly you would know everybody, how would you go about giving the fast pass to someone else? What are some of the qualifications you would think about?
Well, there's two options. You give it to the strongest team that you're aligned with so that they can help you in the future because you might need it when you have to, I don't know, make a ladle. Or you give it to the weakest team because you know they're going to need it and they burn it. And then you're the only one who has it. So they seem to, I'm guessing, have given it to the strongest team.
Did you and Sasha talk?
No. I've been here.
That's exactly what I said.
Well, Sasha, you're a genius. Why do you think you're filling in?
Period.
Well, I mean, girl, don't get ahead of yourself. You
Oh.
don't want to. She got a fast pass and a hall pass.
Express pass and
Oh,
fast
express-
forward mixed up. Well,
She got 'em
whatever.
mixed up,
People know
girl.
what I'm talking about.
People have their moments. That's fine. We get it. You've never called anything the right thing ever. People know what you're talking about. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Brice is
don't
at
hang up on
Disney
me.
calling it fast pass.
I do like a Disney
I-
fast pass.
No, you don't. Cancel
Oh.
it.
Oh, well, fair enough. I used to like a Disney fast pass.
Get your money's worth first and cancel it. But listen,
think yes.
okay. Well, thank you for calling in, Brooke. We
Oh.
miss you.
Thank you for
Merci-
having me. Oh,
Merci beaucoup.
de rien, monsieur. Bon, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is there. What time is it there?
It is 2:30.
Oh, okay. Well, then bonjour. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for letting me call in. Thank you for taking such good care of the podcast, Sasha. Brice, I love you as always.
Thanks for having me.
And I'll
Love
see everybody
you.
next time. Can't wait to watch the episode. And then I'll have thoughts.
Yes.
You're gonna like
Okay.
it. It's a mess.
I do like
Bye,
a mess. And
Brooke.
everybody say goodbye to the Eiffel Tower. It goes way up there.
Oh, wow.
Bye,
We love it.
everybody.
Bye, Brooke. What I tell you? I told you Brooke wasn't going to miss an episode. Okay.
And she shouldn't. Okay, we deserve Eiffel Tower at night much better, must
Yeah.
say, than during the day.
What does it give during the day?
Hunk of metal.
Oh, okay. So this is where the
Oh my
episode
God.
starts to get good because they now, after Phil gives out the fast
Yep,
pass
does
and
the
the
restart.
hazard, the real this is how it should look and start. They all stand somewhere and Phil says, go. But here was another thing that kind of pissed me off a little bit when Phil said go. He said the information won't be on the car. So y'all just putting the stuff like
When I
Y'all-
tell you this is so vibes only, it's actually outrageous.
y'all just putting the stuff on the cars and we just run into the Amazing Race. Count your days because
They-
y'all are playing.
Hire us as the interns if you need to. We'll work for cheap. No, we won't work for free, just cheaper. But it's just so fun. And I'm telling you, I literally was like, but what's happening? Because usually in a first episode, we don't get we don't get like a traditional leg.
Right.
So I think that's why I was so lost. I was like, I'm still trying to learn these plus ones, like, and their names, because I don't like. First of all, this was really a spoiled season, so don't do Googling.
Yeah. Oh, you know.
And I'm not spoiled, so don't ever spoil me. I will literally murder you.
Neither am I. I had to like block the
Yeah,
word Amazing Race during
same,
the summer because
same.
I think when it started, like a photo popped up and I thought it was like an article
Yes.
saying, and I was like, no, wait a minute. That's Izzy. I was like, oh no, I can't see nothing. So
Exactly. So no, don't piss me off. But it's just for me, I was like, I don't know these people. So I need to first figure out we know Izzy and Paige, I feel like, and Jag and Jazz. Like, you know, because they're like great plus ones. And Megan Belafonte, obviously, because she's famous. But it's just I was like, I don't know Rubina's sister. I keep calling her Rubina's sister, and she has
Right.
a name, and that's not fair.
it's like Christina or Kristen
Yeah,
or something, right?
Christine. Yeah.
Christine. Okay.
Yes.
Kat and her boyfriend Alex. First of all, I just love me some Kat. Like, okay, she said, wait, because her iconic line, I'm used to the itches conspiring against me, so I brought back up. But also, I loved her dating story with Alex. Like, Kat said, this man took a photo of me. She said they looked amazing, but she said she wasn't that nice to him. So that probably was like, she ain't like the photo at first. Then she came back.
Why else would you not like him?
Right. Like this random person that's taking photos and then you just be mean. But I love it because for me, it speaks to Alex's character. Because if that were me, blah. Okay.
I'd have been like, oh, what a B, but it's fine. I guess a check cleared and move on with your day. You never hear it
And
from me again.
okay, then she came back and they became friends. And then they're like, so I love like because
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I'm gonna find love, right? Like I feel like
Yeah, that's so
it's,
influencer of you. I like it.
like I'm gonna cuss somebody out and then a couple months later, I'm just like, sorry.
That's how I am. That's my flirting, Brice, is that I'm mean to you. If I'm nice to you, I don't like you.
Girl, that's how I am.
Yeah,
But
my
it
poor
ain't working.
husband. Sometimes he's like, so like that was mean. And I was like, no, but like I'm flirty. And he's like, what? We're married. Like can't do that. And I'll be like, you're so ugly. I hate you. And I was like, obviously that means you look really good and I love you.
Why'd you take the
Understand.
toilet paper out of the bathroom? Now go get it. I
Oh my
love
God.
Lexi and Angela, right? Like I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about them just because I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
me
Angela has a
too.
big personality. But I'm here for Lexi. Like I feel like
No, she said,
Lexi,
that's me. And just we're the same.
and I always love, there's always and I don't want to use the term beauty pageant, but on every Amazing Race season that I have seen, there's always somebody that's glammed up. Like
Yeah.
from start to finish, and that's Lexi. Love it. And Taylor as well. I'm also really interested in Kylan and Taylor's dynamic. Like, obviously, we love them, but we clearly see that there are some communication styles. And I love that on the first episode when they're driving, Kylan's like, well, I mean, you got to, because you navigate, and I can't drive to navigate. And just the way Taylor looked at that camera and said, I said, oh, this is going to be good.
This is her like pageant girl training. Cause you and I would have been like, here's the map. You can try.
Right. You figure it out.
Yep. Just like how Jonathan and Anna, right? Like I would have been like, here's the map, Jonathan. Don't play me.
And
Oh
so,
my
shout out to Jonathan and Anna, okay? Because listen, all those
No,
people
they
hated,
they gave content. I will forever.
they made the show. Like, that's what I like. That, like,
And I would be Jonathan. So I would never.
I
I would
know.
never go on with a spouse. Get out of here, bro.
So,
my God.
child, Amazing Race said, y'all can figure it out, go whatever. That's what this podcast is giving, baby. We're giving the vibes.
I know. I need you and Wendell on. As I was watching this, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I picked Brice to finish my CBS trifecta first. Because you on this show with Wendell, I would pay for feeds.
Child. The way we will be cussing each other out,
Like
like
you
y'all
wouldn't
don't.
make it past the first. Like, not because you're not good. That's the joke.
I would be swinging my book back at him. Like,
You would have to, wear what people wear when they train dogs. That's what Wendell.
with the little thing. So we would be arguing, but we would be killing it as
Yes.
well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just like Jag and Jazz.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Once we restarted it, it's like someone slapped the shit out of them too. And they're normal again.
Also, in these groups, when they are running, it kills me to see Jag and Jazz, Tucker and his brother, Joseph and Adam. They be out. Like, I be like, oh my God.
No, it was like the Roadrunner, right? Where and then the dust cloud is left behind.
That always makes me nervous when they're in like that little group, and I'll be like, what?
Well, we've seen people like tumble, fall.
Right.
It's so fun. I would be the tumbler.
And so we don't need that. But they allegedly get their clue, and they're going to the port of Rondonum.
For what's a port?
I got child.
Oh my God.
Okay. Also, I was dying. I think somebody told Kylan and Taylor, stay to the left of the water. You'll find it.
Yeah, someone was just like, oh, left. That's such a like in India when you get directions, like they'll just like just go a little. It's just like 2 minutes, mind you. It's actually 2 hours, but you say it's just 2 minutes, just 2 minutes up the road, and it's like it's just vibes. And in India, you get you give like from landmarks. You be like, oh, once you hit that Burger King, then
Right.
turn left on the McDonald's. Like that's how you give. That's literally how you can write addresses. You'll say near this, near that. So I would be like, no, what do you mean just stay to the left? Like, give me like some anchors. No
They
pun
even say stay to the
intended.
left. They was like, keep the water on your left. What? Like, how do I get it to my right?
And this is where we'd be like Danny and his mom
My
in the
eh,
in
wait,
the roundabout. Just I need to get the water on this side.
cause how do I? It's on my left. How would I get it on my right?
And mind you, I think you're driving on the other side of the road
Yes. So it is on my left. Girl, I would be freaking out. But also, shout out to Jag and Jazz because I thought
too.
of
Yes.
Brooke. Because Brooke always says, instead of stopping to get people to sign, just yell. Just where is,
Yes.
and that way people can point. And so we know that they go to this
And Jag and Jazz got written directions. So
Yeah.
Kylan and Taylor left. And we know that did not work out. But I was like, no, work together. Like, it's fine. You have your express pass buddies now. But they left, and then Jag is like writing down directions. I think Jazz was just like looking around, talking to me, how you doing? Oh, goodbye, guys. Thanks so much. We owe you.
Thanks
He's
for the
like the
express pass. We owe you.
politician. Yeah.
Be safe.
Jazz was like the politician, it felt like, and Jag was like the chief of staff, like writing down directions. And they made it first.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes, and again, Danny and Angie, they would map out their courses, right? Sometimes it pays to just take a couple of seconds to get where you need to go. But they end up getting to the Cheese Dubois market where they have to ride bikes.
Tandem bikes all the way to the cheese market, and then they have to catch 30 balls of cheese, well, Edam cheese, which were so cute, and I just want one. And then so cute. Oh,
I
the
loved how
cheese
they
market
threw
was so cute.
two.
Yes,
But they were throwing two at you, and I was like, oh my God, that's interesting. What I found interesting about the cheese was that they had to carry it on the board. And so when Tucker and his brother is falling down, okay, Jag and Jazz, I think Jag stayed and Jazz was going to get it. But when you looked at the little, let me see if I can pull it up. If you look at the little thing that you are holding the cheese and you can't really see it, but they had boards on it. And so I was like, oh, I think, and when you need to line some of the cheese up on like where the space is to like stabilize it.
Yeah. Oh, that's really smart. I didn't think of that until you just said it. Yeah.
Because
I don't think it should be in the middle. That's so true.
Or at least start with one of the lines.
Like the outside square.
Because like Jag and Jazz immediately got it and they were out.
Yeah, and they were saying the cheese is like waxy, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a cheese seal. And so I think that's why it was so and it's obviously round. But Jag, I think, was like, no, I need to find like the flat bottoms so that I can like make sure they're correctly slatted in there.
So it was interesting to see. And they said it was heavy. And so again,
well, did you see Hannah? One of the girl teams, either Hannah or Rubina, I honestly couldn't tell. Their strap snapped.
Hannah, I was like, what? This is heavy. But it really kind of felt like, and I think maybe due to editing, Jag, Jazz, and Tucker, they had to be worlds ahead because the way that they kind of just breezed through this, and as other teams would come, it just seemed like there was a lot of time in between them. And as all of the teams are coming, but we do get to Enzo and his brother.
This is the only thing we're talking about anyway.
Okay. They get to the hazard because,
Yes, Desi. Come on.
Desi didn't play. Now, what I enjoyed the most of Enzo and his brother was that, like, it was very evident to me that I don't want to say, in casting, they be having people that like they'll have a short list. It very much gave 3 days before they left out on the race. Enzo, you doing something for the next 4 days? Because it like just,
Not the next 4 days. They said, you're in and out. Come on, we'll give you the stipend.
you don't even need to take off work. We'll
Well,
leave on a Friday, be back on a Monday. But like, just it didn't seem like he had much knowledge
yeah,
of
that's my
kind of
problem.
anything. And that is what was kind of like frustrating for me because it's like, again, I'm talking a lot of BS on Enzo, but again, he's great to watch. And when he's good, he also kind of reminds me of like a Izzy. He'll talk ish, right? Like I really wanted to see him do well, but like when they were on the bike, when they ended up in somebody's backyard.
And did you see that man just staring at them? Like, why are you in a clog? Literally passenger princessing in my backyard, my guy.
Now, enough about Enzo and his brother, Baby. And I say this with love because, like I said before, it's very evident that some of these teams, Sasha, they ain't know nothing about nothing. And
Oh, Mr.
I,
Woody Legs.
I, I don't know what Matt and his wife Megan. Like, I really believe they came on here for a honeymoon because unlike Jag Jazz, Matt and Turner, Kylan and Taylor, and Joseph and Adam, that like the way that they were casually strolling, casually walking, casually saying, maybe we'll find it, maybe it's over here,
No, but
maybe it's
why didn't they know what a port was?
where they was
And I'm like, just ask somebody. Like, it shouldn't be this hard.
What I will say though, I do aspire to the level of calmness that they both were, right? Like, I kind of almost admire that because the way I would be flipping ish out in the backseat of that car, like I would be making it worse. And so the way that just throughout this whole episode, Matt and Megan was just kind of like we said, we got to name this the episode of this podcast Vibes Only because the way that they just were vibing and like they was like, we got married in 2024. Matt was like, we got
So
married
we're
in 2024.
I'm telling you, the Turners, like she already took a tumble. So I just think that was like the start and end of their like how the race is gonna be. Because I was like, you're so lucky that Enzo and Jack are just that much worse.
And okay, because we're all over the place. Just follow the episode.
Yes,
The
please.
thing about it for me, though, that kind of like almost made me mad at Enzo was
Mhm.
that, yeah, you got this hazard, you were in last, but baby, by no means did that hazard put you out of the race. Like,
No, they had to eat a fish, which they ate in 0.2 seconds. And then they had to like, okay, instead of a tandem bike, had to get on a clog bike, which I must say I did not clock that it was a clog,
neither
just
did
a
I.
regular clog bike at first, because I'm thinking, wow, it's like some like Netherlands, like I'm doing my respectful American thing. I was like, oh, it must be some like interesting name. No, baby, that's a effing clog that he has to sit in. So I was like, no, it's just the fact that Megan and Turner and Angela and Lexi apparently too couldn't even find the clue box to where Jag and Jazz was like, no, walk, come,
Yeah.
walk with me right here. This is where it is. And they still kind of fell right down or like they like tumbled a little. So what have we never seen one episode? Is that what happened? And maybe they don't know what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, that was again entertaining, but because now I'm starting to become an amazing racist
Right.
savant, right? It kind of is just like
It just felt, yeah, it was like funny comedic relief, but I think this is why people don't take Big Brother serious. Cause they're just like, cause this stuff happens. Like Enzo, you've written a banana on Big Brother, so a clog shouldn't be that hard. And I just think Jack maybe should have been the one pedaling, but Enzo was doing the Big Brother, like Big Brother as in his big brother. Moment.
But Jack ain't innocent though, because when you are sitting in the clog, Sasha, what are your responsibilities?
Navigation, at least. Holding all this stuff.
Because how the clue,
No, they lost the map, they said.
the map and the clue, like
and the clue.
how-
Oh my god, isn't that like a thing? You can't like lose that. Like, you're not
you
allowed.
had one job in that clog.
No, I'm telling, like,
Running
to,
back
it
to
was
Brooke in the past.
unserious. It was scripted at this point.
But also, why? Spoiler alert! I was kind of sad to see them go. I needed this for 2 more episodes.
Yeah, I would have loved like a 2 more moments of this just like being terrible navigation. Like, cause why were they stopped in the middle of a highway or trying to get directions on the bus map? Again, it's just like a crumb. Like, if they only talked to one person with a smartphone, which old school Amazing Race did not have. And here's the thing, Enzo is of the generation, because Enzo's older than me and I have used maps. MapQuest was a thing. We have used maps.
But
So
see,
why
I
is he acting
also-
like this is some
To
alien
Enzo's
language?
defense, I feel like Enzo might work better with a down the street to the left, bang a right.
Mm.
Go, like, I feel like Enzo might respond better to that. I don't know.
Then talk to
But-
somebody. My God.
I don't know what they was doing, but I enjoyed whatever they were doing.
So good.
And I love, like, at the end when they like, if we could just see one body, if we could just see somebody, we'll get, first of all, sir, it's dark out. You're driving and it's dark.
Like the sun, oh my God, and I can't because we need to get to that. Because
Yes.
after they deliver the cheese to the big cheese, right? Quickly, Jag and Jazz finish first, and they they have to head to Vanderbilt Cabrera's. But it is not a tulip, but it's a flower greenhouse, and like it's not like a baby greenhouse. It's like
Baby,
5 football fields.
it is beautiful. It's like
This is like my dream.
mine's as well. And I've been to
Oh, look
Amsterdam
at
and I've
Phil.
like seen the
Did you
flight.
do the
Oh my God.
tulip thing?
Yes.
Oh my God, I want to do that so bad.
So fun, so beautiful. And like, I loved this challenge.
Yes.
I thought this challenge was the only Amazing Race thing of this episode because you had to go through this, what they say, 6 football fields, and you had
Yes.
to put together this flower palette. Now,
Mhm.
again, I've been podcasting with a Brooke Cam High. So immediately I knew it was not just going to be you find the color, you find the color, you find the color. Like you would have to really look at the details. And so I loved everything about this challenge. I love also how every time somebody went into that green room, first thing out their mouth was like, "Ooh, it is hot in here." Like made me want to feel how hot it was. And so Jazz decided to do it. Again, just love Jazz. And he's trying to figure it out. Tucker's brother arrived,
Yes.
Eric.
Mhm.
And immediately he's like, "Do you want to work together?" Now, at this point in my mind, I'm like, Jazz, no, we don't need to work together. But I guess, again, it does make sense because we've seen on Amazing Race, like, you actually should pair up with people that are similar in physicality and where you are on the race.
Or competitiveness, whatever you want to call
right.
it. Mm-hmm.
But I love how Jazz smoothed his way. Eric was like, "If you help me, I'll go down there and get him." And he just
He's
starts
like, yeah,
running.
go. Run, Tommy, run.
I said, "Oh, that is smart," because but I also feel like an Amazing Race, like that's how teams should help each other. Sometimes I get a little annoyed when teams just say that they want to work together and it's really just one team following the other team. Like that kind of always annoys me a little bit. So I really did enjoy Jazz and Eric working together. And I love just seeing when they would show us the photos of the flowers and it would look literally the exact same.
Yeah.
But just the inside will be different. And this is where I feel like Jag and Jazz, Tucker and Eric really pulled away because they really had no competition here. It was just them. And literally, it's like we got to the end of the episode or the end of the race here because after that, Jazz and Jazz got to the race first, but they were
Yes.
Jazz and
JJ,
Jazz,
yes.
yeah, JJ.
The
They won.
Turbinators. Yeah.
The Turbinators, okay? They got there first, and Eric and Tucker were right behind them, which was
Which
so
again, I think that could have gone dicey where you lose a first place. But I think I'm big on like you don't need to win first place. I'm no Rod and Letitia. Remember that
okay.
where he was like, "Oh my God, we lost first place." Like you're minutes behind, and with the new
Right.
Amazing Race, it's not like, hey, you checked in at 12:01, you're leaving at 12. They don't even do that stuff anymore. So I think it would have been okay, but I am glad that hey they got it first, so they checked in.
Not
first.
mad, but it makes me nervous because I have this conspiracy theory of the seasons that I have watched.
Yes.
The front runners of the early beginning of the seasons normally don't turn out to be the winners. There's always somebody that's like middle of the
Yeah.
pack that kind of slowly makes their way up. So that makes me nervous for Jag and Jazz because, like, okay, don't get ahead too much because then I feel like you'll ultimately have a downfall. We'll have to wait and see, but it just makes me worried. But it also gives me hope because, I want a lady, woman to win. So it's like there are plenty of women in the back.
Mhm.
But I also say, like, there had to been a lot of time in between because the next people that get to the flower house, baby, they starting to shut it down.
Oh my God. So here's the thing, because Rubina and her sister Christine gets in there, and Izzy is already in there as well. And they're doing their thing. Because I think it's so jarring when you see the change. And Christine is so excited. She's a florist. She's like,
Florist,
I'm a florist from LA to this man. This man does not give one F, but bless him. Like he's like, oh, great, we're in Netherlands. And then you see the awnings come in. And I thought it was like a 10-minute like thing, right? Like, hey, the sun maybe is too high. We need to cool it down and then we'll bring it back out. But they said, great, this is it.
This is it. And then the thing that confused me the most was as the episode is going on, it starts getting dark outside.
Oh my God. And here's the thing. Someone on Blue Sky Wit actually pointed this out. You could, when they were checking, when they were getting their flowers checked, there's actually a clock in the back. So I did not go back and like see all that. That's like doing too much. A shout out. But she did screen grab when Enzo and when Jack did it, whatever. But it was 11 p.m.
Oh my God.
That's what I think I read. 10 or 11, like on that clock. That's what the screenshot like said. So I mean, can you imagine? Like the janitor said, goodbye. Mr. Johnson was like, I gotta go.
At one point in time, did you see like when the next wave of people came, the flower guy was sitting down?
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. So I'm assuming that like that for a 5th through 10th pack, right? Like Stephanie, Chelsea, Simone, Joseph, like Taylor, Lexi, like that pack of people must have been so a little bit way behind the 2 boy teams.
Because like, yeah, I'm like, this time is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's crazy because that almost gives full elimination. 11 o'clock.
That's what I was saying. I was like, how long do you have this place booked for? Because I mean, it's like a lot, right? To keep all the lights. Well, there weren't even any lights, so maybe
they
it
cut the
wasn't.
lights off.
Yeah, but
They
like
got it for half
imagine
price.
with like you're with flashlights, I would be so angry.
Yeah. But and see that almost kind of made me mad. But I feel like you get there early, it's a benefit. But I felt like everyone should have done it in the dark. Even playing field. But I loved the challenge. I loved it even in the dark. And I think it was Izzy did a great job of kind of like figuring it out, stumbled a little bit, but got it. But I think it was Natalie and her sister. What's her sister name?
Stephanie. Stephanie's the one doing the challenge.
Okay, Stephanie, first of all, I got a crush on Stephanie. Okay.
When they said we are not dating, we're siblings, same parents. I said, no, that's a lie. Stephanie's white. You're not. Oh my God, what?
baby. I
You can yes.
I I want Stephanie to pick me. I like Stephanie. I have a little girl crush on Stephanie.
Yes.
Love Stephanie. And I loved Stephanie started doing something that I saw people were doing afterwards because I was like, this is kind of hard. Stephanie said, I don't got time for all of this. Stephanie started grabbing all the yellow flowers.
That's what I
and
would
then
have done.
and bringing it to the front and like looking at it to see what was happening and then going on. And I loved how like I think it was like Joseph got there, Chelsea got there. I also just love Black fathers. Clearly Chelsea dad ain't want to do it. And so when they got there, Chuck dad was like, you want to do it? Okay.
Even though he should have done it, right? Because like this seems like a easier task
Right.
than maybe if it's a physical roadblock. Because again, if you're a BB fan, from what we mostly know, because sometimes that changes, but currently I think new tar, it is very much that you have to do a even amount of roadblocks.
Mhm.
So you want like the
To
quote
stay-
unquote
right.
easier, like non-physical, maybe I should say, like roadblocks to be to the weaker person on your team.
So the dad definitely was like, you
Yeah.
oh,
He's
okay, baby,
tired.
you take it. Right. But it's interesting though to see like when Joseph, Chelsea got there, I think Taylor
Yes.
got there, they all were working independently. And then we don't even see them group up. All of a sudden, we just see Joseph and Chelsea kind of like, okay, this one is here, which again makes me feel like the task was very daunting. Like, I don't think we got
Yes.
to really see how hard it was. And then, of course, I just love my baby Simone. Simone's in there doing it, trying to figure it out. I
He
just
said, which orange is it? Bless her.
some way, somehow, I'm gonna figure it out. Like, I just love them.
You can
They
tell
are
she's the baby of that
Yes,
family.
absolutely. And when Joseph finally gets it, him and Edam,
Why were they
although
cackling like
I love it. Like
It
the
was-
way I am obsessed with Joseph and Edam. Okay, the way
and their kafiyas? Oh
And-
my god. So
with the
good.
representation, like I love it, and I just love how like Joseph is like a little kid. Like you see Joseph and like you see him online, like he is massive. Like you be like, oh my god. But to see him and his brother, to see him run around, just like they are just such big kids. So is Jag and Jazz, right? Like, and that's
Mhm.
why I love just the funness of them all. Also, my girl Cat had me nervous. Okay, I was like, Cat, get it
'Cause
together.
what do you mean you like forgot to take off the bandana? Isn't that feel restrictive?
Now, please, because this is where I was like, Brooke, I need you. Don't hold on.
All right, everyone. We were getting
Is
props
this-
out. Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's giving like bull rider, right? Like when
Okay,
I'm
right.
running with the bulls in Spain, that's
so
what I'm
run
wearing.
with me, Sasha.
Yes. Ugh,
Okay, we're
I hate
on our way to
physical
get to our bike.
activity.
Tell me I left my thing on.
Shouldn't
Run-
you check each other?
Well,
At the
listen,
least, again, this is like part. Again, I do feel race brain is real, and especially when it's like first leg. I think there's a lot of adrenaline, and you just don't want to mess up. But it's red. You know what I
But-
mean? It's not like blending in.
run, Sasha, run with me. We're running to our bikes. Point out, we're running. Tell me, Brice, you left the thing on.
I'm snatching it off you. Are you
Girl,
kidding me?
First of all, what scarf?
Yeah.
Baby, let's go.
No, too bad. The cameras be on you though. The thing is, you gotta. The problem is they probably clocked it so fast. The camera people, because I'm like,
Now-
if they didn't clock it on me, I'm going to the bathroom and just
Now-
putting it in my bag.
I brought it.
Yeah, it's
Run the tape.
mine.
Now, this is where
I
I'm
work
new
to
to
Beyonce.
race. Okay. Okay. Cowboy Carter. This is where I'm new to race, and this is where like I was like
Mhm.
excited to ask Brooke this. I've never seen this before because first of all, I've seen people leave the place still in their costumes and run
That's
into
what
the
we've
finish line.
seen. Yes. So we've seen
So-
it depends on what it says in the clue.
Okay.
So the clue,
you-
like they did say, right? Like you have to return the costume back. We've seen it where they've literally not changed because they thought it'd be faster, and then they've gotten in trouble, I think. So I've seen that, but like, that you're like, okay, this is a like conscious decision / you didn't read your clue, which is like what the number one effing rule of the Amazing Race.
Now, that would have got me there though, because I probably would have left with their bandana. So I'm not mad.
It's so
but
cute.
it really is. And my
Yeah.
I thought it was a part of Kat's outfit. Like I was like, you had it on the whole time. But again, kudos to Kat, although she was upset with herself, baby. Course corrected. Like it's nothing you could do. The only thing that you can do is go back. And it's like you did that. So I was like very happy. And child, first of all, I don't know why Kat was even upset because
well, they don't know, to be fair.
I know.
Yeah.
But it just was interesting. But again,
Kat, you don't have woody calves. You're good, or you're not in a clog. But no, I think that's where, because Kat finished. They were pretty towards the end. No, Kat and Alex finished 6th. Or they showed up 6th and then ended up 9th, I think. So they're not like that far.
Right.
They were like 6. So you're like, okay, we have a bunch of people behind us. Granted, there was that group of it. So it's Kat, Rubina, Kylan, like those teams were all bunched together. So I think that's what stressed her out. Plus, right, like it's not just her running the race, it's Alex too. But here's the thing. And maybe I'm being annoying. So I'm okay to like be told I'm being annoying. Shouldn't they have to ride the bike back?
So
they drove. I said, what's the problem?
Now, see, I ain't mad at that because I like that because they're not necessarily doing the they're not
okay.
You just have to get back to return it. So again, smart on them. Like
right, 100%, 100%. Because my problem would have been like I might end up asking the producers, how do we return this? And then they're gonna, like be pledging rules, right? Be like, oh, you asked the question, so you got to do it that way. And then I'm screwed.
She did it smart. Yeah, please. I'm in the car.
Until you tell me not to.
Until you tell me not to, but don't have me get on that mat and then you tell me
because you drove. Oh my god. But I think they still would have been okay.
Yeah, because they would have had enough child. Even if they would have got a 3-hour penalty, if it was 5 o'clock, they would have been good. But I felt bad for seeing Kat. And again, I didn't necessarily see Kat's season. So it was like, I met Kat. I love her. I know she's a big personality. So I was like, oh no. Like when Kat was freaking out about not getting the flowers. And again, I feel like I love me some Alex. And clearly they can't talk or cheer them on. But you could just see the concern in Alex's face where he's like, he can't do anything. But my girl Kat pulled it together. She got the flowers right.
Her crying, bless her. I was like, stand up. Like we're here now.
Sometimes you gotta let it flow. Sometimes you got, sometimes
as a non-crier, it's very hard to deal for me with the criers. And I'm just like, no, just like get mad. It's fine. Crush a flower.
No. And that was another thing. I was like, I hope they are selling these flowers because they are just clipping and clipping and clipping.
Oh my god. This is where I was like, oh, so since you told me that I could clip and I could do whatever I want, like you said, I'm taking multiples.
Yeah. My
you're not catching me.
Yeah, I was like, yes, that is so smart. And then so ultimately all the teams finish and the last team to unfortunately cross the line was Enzo and his brother.
Clog boys are out.
The Clog boys are out. Justice for Desi Williams. I believe Desi Williams got her justice. Although I'm sad, I think I said this throughout the episode, like, wow, you did my girl wrong, but absolutely entertaining. And I would have loved to see Enzo and his brother do like just more of them. And
they're funny. Like put the live feeds on them and like let's just run a whole different race with the Turners and the Palumbo. Yes. And then we can play Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
But again, I do think although the Turners are strictly here for their honeymoon and nothing else, Although I'm like, oh, they're out next. I don't know though, because I said it before, but the way that they just don't stress out, I think that is a strength of theirs, because I think
Yep.
that there's a couple of teams here that can stress out. And when you stress out, sometimes your brain just doesn't work. And I feel like Matt and Megan might be able to surpass them. So I'll be curious to see how they do. I also think that like Angela and Lexi did pretty good.
Yeah. These middle teams, I felt like we were just a little bit lost on them. Like it felt a little bit vibes. Like if they had certain moments, like when Joseph was picking flowers. Did you see what Taylor said?
when she asked him for help, and he said,
No, she said, "Oh, picking them for your girlfriend?" And then he said, "Well, not for you because of that express pass situation."
Okay, so first of all, see, this is why I love Taylor. Like, I'm here for the mess. Okay.
No, Steve, are you kidding me? If I'm there, like technically, right? Like Taylor's in the power position because she's there with someone she's dating new, while her ex is with the brother. So she has all the drama. She can be messy as much as she wants. But I appreciate that he's like, yeah, and it's not for you. Like I thought that was so funny. Oh my God.
See, I was unsure about how I thought of the episode, but again, I think recapping with you.
Yeah, we just had a lot. Like I said, they're great personalities, so we'll be okay. But I just think because this was a regular Amazing Race episode, which we usually don't have in premieres. It felt very like I don't know who's who, and I'm just gonna be like Hannah's team, or Taylor's team, and Angela's team. Bless them. But I felt like the pit stop was whatever, right? Like it was. So we finally we get to the end, and again, if it ain't much, it ain't. If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much.
It ain't much.
And and I appreciate again where we are, right? Like we have all these beautiful museums around us, and Jag and Jazz also won 2.5K each.
Now, my other question is, if say I do the race and throughout the race I accumulated $40,000, and then I go on and win the race. Do I just get the million, or do I get the million plus 40,000?
Oh, plus. None of them. What I do believe, and again, Brooke would obviously know more. Ugh, we miss you, Brooke. But it's just what I've heard from these streets is also that you don't get the prize money until that they air the thing. So you're just waiting.
The episode or
the episode at least.
Oh, so if you win, like so Jag and Jazz just got 2,500.
Just got. That's what I've heard. But again, like I could be spreading misinformation, and I like that for myself.
Listen,
I'm mad.
Because I like that though.
Exactly. And the only reason I feel like I heard this is because of the COVID season, because they got flipped, right? So those people were like, we still waiting. So allegedly.
Interesting. We'll have to bring that to Brooke, next week.
Yeah, please let me know if I just spread misinformation on the internet, as I like to do. But yes, so we get that. Then we, like you said, Tucker and Eric, they're here. That's nice. Now, bring out the confetti cannons, baby, because Izzy and Paige are third. I could cry.
Izzy on Jag's.
Oh my God. And then when Jag was like, I want to haunt their dreams, let us win more. And I said, yeah, you're haunting Izzy's dream.
But he better be careful what you wish for, because listen, I don't know if Izzy is on here for the $1 million or if Izzy is on here to get Jag.
Porque no los dos.
So
them ending in third, I literally could scream. Like I was like, yes, this is what I wanted. This is why I signed up for this show. So good.
And again, I love even like Paige and Izzy's dynamic, where they even got to the flowers, and Izzy is like anything artsy. Like I just love how they communicate outside of when Izzy's like, Jag's gonna die, like after. But I love just again, I love Paige and Izzy, and so I go ahead
Just
and
there's I know I'm like obsessed with them. I think it's because like I've talked to Izzy now multiple times, thankfully because of this podcasting world, and just like she just gets it, you know.
Yeah,
And
no,
she just hates the same things I hate, and that's how I fall in love with people.
that's me too. It's either we hate the same
And
things,
that's how we bonded.
right,
Anyway,
or you look delicious and I love you.
okay, correct.
So
Oh my
I
god.
very happy for a lot of these teams, and I'm
Yay.
excited to see what next week brings. We will be back next week. Miss Brooke Cam High will be back on her throne, giving us the notes that we desire. Sasha, I
Period.
can't thank you enough. You are the absolute best. You'll have to come back and recap with Brooke and I before this season is
Yes.
over. But before we go, what you got cooking? Where can the people follow you at? Where can they listen to you at if they want more of this mess? If they want more,
Yes. If you love mess, if you love like me spreading misinformation on the internet, like calling fast forwards, express passes, check out Mess Magnets. You know, everywhere you get your podcast, we are on Patreon and Mess.Magnets on YouTube, where Kirsten McKennis and I cover pop culture. Honestly, whatever drama we feel like talking about, we're talking about it over a Mess Magnet. So check that out. And listen, if you're too like confused on why something's trending, we're gonna explain it to you. So go do that, and then check out Dancing with the Stars over on Rob Has a Podcast, where we're covering this season. We're going to be talking after the show live late at night. Well, not late for me. It's West Coast, but still, it's great. It's been so much fun. We had Tommy Bracco on from Big Brother this week. Sorry. Oh my gosh, whatever time. Because I was out for the Jewish high holidays. So check that out. We're going to definitely have more Big Brother people coming on, with survivors, all of it. So check all of that out. And thank you, Brice, for having me.
always, always, always. You know, you're my boo. Well, thank you, Sasha, and we'll be back next week. Bye.
It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Ooh. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple Pants.